Hello everyone, my name is Sukhoi from Slytherin and I will be your host tonight for a stream about Battle of the Bulge. So before we start, gentlemen, I just want to check if the sound is good, if you can hear me properly, and if I don't know, the in-game music is a bit too loud, for instance. So I just have a look into the chat to get a sign from you. Yep. Sounds good. Okay, thanks a lot, Tony and Stardog, for this confirmation. Alright, so now we are set up so we can play to Battle of the Bulge. So maybe you're already familiar with this game because it was initially released for iPad in 2012, I think in December. And it's back today in an enhanced edition. So there are several new features, and something important is that, of course, it's not anymore exclusive to iPad because I'm playing on PC at the moment. So you can play PC, Mac, iPad, of course, iPhone. I think it's iOS Universal. That's it, and of course it's cross-platform. So the multiplayer is completely new with the PBM system from Slytherin. So you can play in 1-1 games, but also in the new tournament system that we've introduced with Legends of Steel. So I hope it will help to have a good community. So we're gonna play a bit one scenario in the game, probably two of them even. I'm not sure to finish the second one. Of course I will play just against the AI, so I will select a scenario. So as the name is Battle of the Bulge, you can imagine that we are playing in the Ardennes during the World War II. So there are several scenarios based on this historical operation. I will play the first one, which is like the introductory scenario. It's very short, it's only 3 days in the game. But of course you can play the entire operation with like a Battle of the Bulge scenario. There is a twist of this with the luck of the draw that randoms a bit the unit at the starting point, so it could be like a different experience, of course. And then maybe later we'll play the end game. So Baston is surrounded, can it hold? So it's probably like around 21st of December. You can play both sides, so Allied or Axis. And something important in the game, of course, is that you face like generals from this period, so they have their own traits and personality, and the AI is behaving in the same way. I will play Axis for the race to the Mist scenario, and then I will play with the allies, so that will be balanced. Who do I want to face? Maybe Patton. No, he looks more aggressive, but I don't know. Okay, I will try to attack Patton on the very beginning of the operation. So we launch it and we are on the map. Of course there are the objectives displayed. So as I told you, it's a very short scenario. It's really to, just after the tutorial, it's good to play it. Basically what I have to do to win is to reach the Meuse, which is this river in red. I can make a draw if I manage to capture Bastogne and protect it. And I will lose if I don't manage to get this two objective, or one of these two at least. There is a specific rule in this scenario because we are at the beginning of the operation, and like the elite forces are not prepared at all of this surprise attack. So I have some kind of bonus at the very beginning as I play with the Axis forces. I can have 3 turns in a row, like free activation, because it's a bit impulse-based system. We will see that just after. And there are several other modifiers, like for instance, Aid Infantry is not able to move on the entire first day. We can have a look to the supply for the moment, no problem. Blue is Axis and green is for the Allied forces. And it's important to be able to trace a route from the eastern part, in my case, to my units to get sure they get supplied. There is Axis artillery on the eastern part of the map, so if I attack in these squares and these tiles, I will have a bonus. And history, it's always a cool setting, is that you can have a look at what really happened during this operation in reality. And that's it. We are on the map. On the looks like a bit of board game to some extent as well. Of course, my counters are the blue one. We can see the frontier, in which it means that on the right, on the east, I control them, and when there is, of course, green, it's under control of the elite forces. My main objective is to reach the Meuse, which is highlighted in light blue here, which could be complicated because this part, for instance, is really far away, especially in 3 days. So probably the most effective tactics, I would say, is to rush in direction of Liège, because there are only like 5 tiles to go there. Alright, so now we can play, really. As I told you, I can like activate 3 tiles before the real game starts. There are already some tiles where my units are fighting the Americans. Here, for instance, in Clairvaux. If I click here, as there are opponent units on the tile, I have the details about, of course, this possible fight. This is the number of units. We can count it with the number of squares, so 4 against 1. It's both for health and for offensive. It means I can attack 4 times technically. Here are the modifiers, so I can click on it and have the list on the bottom left about what is what. For instance, in this tile, it's woods. You can see a couple of woods. So 1 hit will touch the woods before it touches the unit, so it's like protection. But I have also like some bonuses because I have this exclamation mark, which means surprise attack, and I have also artillery support, as we saw in the briefing. So you don't always need to really understand what's happening like under the hood. Of course, here you have like a sum up of the likely hits taken. So it's very likely they either retreat, either are destroyed, and in my case, well, I think I have like 66% of get 0 casualties. So we'll do that when we are happy, because if I'm not, I can just right click and activate another tile instead. But I'm happy with that, so I will click on commit. And that's it. The combat is happening, and it's a very good draw for me because they are destroyed and I've not been hit. And that's it. I have my second initial attack. As you can see, the panzer divisions cannot move at this very moment. It's only infantry. Here, for instance, there is a nasty mechanized unit. I don't want it retreats, and the odds are extremely good. So I will attack here as well. I've been hit this time, but yeah, 4 hits with only 1 health points is deadly. And that's it. I have my last pre-dawn attack. So what can I do? Either I can attack this this lonely unit in Vianden. Either I can, for instance, try to kill this one. So I open this road to Saint-Vith and then to go to the north. I think it's more interesting. 7 against 1 is yeah, I'm sure to win. Yes, that's it, and they cannot really counterattack. And that's it. Now, like, the initial bonus is over, and we will play in a normal way in the game. So this is the turn of the allies. As you can see, we play 12 hours in the game per day from 6 AM to 6 PM. But you don't know how long is your activation and the opponent activation. So it could be half an hour, or for instance 1 hour and a half. It's a bit random with of course some details in the manual. Actually, it's you can really know like the odds about this. Alright, so of course the allies are very defensive, and they just retreated to protect Bastogne, and this is very bad news for me. We got like 3 hours in a row just to do that. Of course, like, the first day is very important for Axis because the goal is to really break through. If I lose just 3 hours doing nothing, it's not good at all. Alright, so maybe we can try to attack Malmedy here. I will have a look if it's interesting or not. I activate, of course, the all tile, so it means all of the units in the tiles can move and attack. Let's have a look at the probabilities. One retreat. It's not very good, but I can just right click and cancel it. It's really the undo is like even part of the game. And for instance, I can use maybe the first panzer division to go there. Note that there is a small symbol here, like we have for instance here. It means it's an elite unit, so it's like bonuses. Yeah, of course the odds are way better with that kind of huge armor division. So yeah, I can do that. I think. Note that I cannot use the breakthrough technique because it was in the scenario the first day. I cannot. Oh god, retreat. Oh, I didn't manage to kill it, so that's not very good move. And it's now the allied units are moving as well. Again, 2 hours just to do that. Okay, this is a problem. In terms of moves, usually like infantry can move 1 tile, and armor and mechanized unit 2 tiles, and there are some exceptions, either because you go into like a sector controlled by the enemy, so you have to stop and fight if there is an enemy unit. Either you just connect some units in your territory without being in contact with the enemy, and you can have sometimes have free moves. Maybe for this one, for instance. No, not for this one. All right, we have to go ahead. Maybe there. Here I cannot cross because there is some kind of river here with a bridge. So like they are protecting, and I cannot send this unit in this direction. I can attack maybe with the infantry, but that would be very risky. It's not that bad, to be fair. Yep, I will give it a try. It doesn't start well at all. 1 hit and retreat, and it retreats to Baston, which is an objective, so it's not a good news. Once you have activated the unit, you can see they become dark. It means they cannot move anymore during this day. Alright. Note that you have also like the calendar of the operation. We are on the 16th of December, and there are only 3 days in this short scenario. And you have both the events that are in the game. For instance, the surprise attack that we had at the very beginning. On the 17th or maybe 18th, I will have commando raids. But there are also like some reinforcement, and most of them are for the elite side. You can see what it is and where it pops. You know, Verviers, for instance, it's in the north, so there will be like reinforcement on this tile at the end of turn 1. So of course you have to plan ahead to be sure to not be counterattacked easily. All right. So for the moment, it's far from being perfect. Note that you cannot stack more than 3 units in a tile. It's important. Maybe I can use these 3 guys to crush this allied units. So the well, looks good. Honestly, like maybe I can at least kill this mechanized unit without being a lot of hits. Sorry, yeah, you probably speak on the chat. Unfortunately, I've not followed your conversation. It was an iOS game, absolutely. Yeah. No, you cannot have like more information on the units. It's quite abstract, to be honest. On the manual, however, you really know like the power of the units. For instance, like if there are 0 modifier, an armor unit has a 40% chance to hit when they attack, while infantry is only 30%. And then you have to know by yourself the different modifiers like surprise attack or air attack or whatever, artillery support for instance. And this of course really modifies the odds from like 0 to maybe 80% or something like that. Not that supply is very important, so you have to be careful on not having isolated units. For the moment it's not the case. Oh yes, maybe this one is isolated if you look at the supply system. Yes, it will appear clearly on day 2, because for the moment they are just there, but then they will be in out of supply if they don't move, but they cannot move because of the scenario rule. So I'm sure we will have a good example of that. Alright, we can move. I will just prepare the Baston invasion, because now I'm a bit I don't know, afraid of what's coming after. I can attack here. Is it really interesting or whatever? I'm not sure. I think it's better to put this unit in Clairvaux and having it in support for maybe day 3. When I'm happy, I click on commit. This time it was 2 hours, and yeah, we are close to the end of the day actually. If the amount of times turned. Yeah, like playing time is not something you control, because you cannot just click on pass and say it will last 2 hours. But yes, time is really important in the game. That for instance, the last move from the elite side finished like the first day. It's now 6 p.m. and that's it. Day 2 is starting, and I have not been able to break through, so probably it will be very complicated for me now. But this is slightly randomized, of course. But there is a very clear chart in the manual that explains the probabilities about the time system. Alright, so this is day 2 now. I didn't get my commandos. It's also random, so I'm not very lucky. We have the details about the reinforcement. So you see there is like this armor division at the south, and this other 2 here. And this time we have the unit I was mentioning with this small symbol here, which means out of supply. So by default it's already grayed out. It means it cannot move. It can defend, it cannot attack. If it stays like this for 2 turns in a row, it becomes isolated, and this is even worse for them. They are even like losing strength points if they are in contact with enemy units without even myself attacking. Okay, so here I still have the initiative, because like Germans have initiative at the beginning of the Ardennes operation, and after I think the 22, 23 of December, the elite side has the initiative every day. I can imagine that Mr. Patton will try to bring this armor unit in Baston to protect it at all costs, so I will try to seize it now. I'm not sure I can make it, honestly. Yes, no, I will not make it, that's for sure, because they have 3 strength points, and I can maybe get 2 off, but still better than nothing. Because you can see they have like very good protection from the city first, and this is also a woody part. So I just made 1 hit, and probably this enemy will come in reinforcement. No, now he made another decision. He's bringing back some infantry. Okay. Here, however, I should rush. Should try to rush to the Meuse. So I think the best for me is that this unit is protecting Trois Ponts. If I activate this panzer division, I don't have a lot of possibilities, to be honest. But what is cool is that if I manage to kill this unit, I will have some kind of breakthrough bonus, and I will be able to move 1 more tile. So if I win here, I can probably reach Wehrmacht, and I suppose I have very good chance. Retreat is not considered as victory in this case, so let's say I have like 66% chance to get this bonus, so I have to try. For the moment the odds are very bad. It's okay. Very cool. And that's it. You can see there is this sort of arrow that means that I can break through and advance 1 extra tile. Okay, so now I'm controlling Wehrmacht. We can have a look at the supply line. It's important to have this road to the eastern part, because if, and it will happen, I'm sure with the AI, if they cut it at any tile, for instance in Malmedy, then this unit will become as well out of supply and will not be able to move. So that will be a huge issue. Anyway, I'm happy with this move. So it's time for the Americans to counterattack, and they will counterattack. And that's it. They did what they say, what I was saying, sorry. So they are like making some encirclement. Here I'm only connected to these two tiles. They protect this tile, Ufet, which is almost the only one I can reach after with like a very strong unit, so it will be complicated. So the best move, of course, is to make this supply chain working again. I'm doing it here with this unit, so I'm sure that my leaders there have still some supply. Okay, so this is an interesting move. They are just leaving Bastogne. Okay, that's extremely weird, extremely offensive from the US part. They really want to cut my lines, but now I have Bastogne. So if I like keep it, at least I will have a draw, which is not so bad with this beginning. But that will be very complicated, honestly, to connect Ver-Beaumont. I was not expecting such reaction from the AI. That managed to surprise me a lot. Alright, I will just bring Panzer in Lulinge, so they are like in reinforcement for next turn. Okay, so now they activate Ardennes, and contrary to what I was expecting, they are going to Longvilly, maybe to have like a combined attack with these two units. Interesting. Here I can try to break through this this forest. Maybe with everyone there involved, no problem. I want to try something. It's good. It's good for sure. But anyway, we can have a look as well as what's coming next turn. We have another infantry in Verviers. Liège is on no, Verviers is here. Liège is here, and they have also like some reinforcement in this part of the Meuse. So, well, okay, it's complicated, but I should be able to make it. Oh, come on! No, that will be a retreat. Not even. I think 0 was like less than 10% probability, but this happens. Luck is partly unfair, of course. And I think they played very well, because when you look at the supply now, they just moved this unit here and they managed to cut my supply line. So that was a big mistake from myself. But it proved that AI at least is intelligent. Okay, not that you can pass. You have this button. It depends on what you have. It could be interesting or not. And if I pass and the enemy pass just after, it ends the day immediately, whatever the time it is. I can advance and maybe kill this guy. Here we have an interesting rule that I can highlight. Only one unit may cross a given river boundary into an enemy occupied space per turn, so I cannot attack with the 2 units in this tile. I can only send one of them, but I can do that as well, for instance. So this is purely by pleasure, because it's quite useless according to the scenario, and it's even not very effective because I lost 1 strength and they managed to retreat. Alright, we are just starting the last day. That's interesting. And I have this commando event I was mentioning at the beginning. So I can block one of the American units. So I can select any American units on the map, click on it, and it will not be able to move. So maybe the best here, I think, is to block this armor division, because I'm sure that Bastogne will be preserved. So I'm sure to have a draw. Honestly, now victory is very unlikely, so I will do that. I highlight it in red and I click commit, and that's it. The 10th Armor Division is blocked, is back down. Alright, so here it becomes red. I will be out of supply next turn if I do nothing. I think the first move I want to do is very defensive one. I want to protect Baston at all costs. 60 minutes passed. Alright, here they are really defending well. I can actually, like, why not control this this other tile in Nuit or even in Hervé, but then they will be able to maybe trace a line here by capturing Wehrmacht very easily. Maybe the best is to go there, so I will capture these two tiles and try to break through there. I don't know. It's absolutely turn-based, but it's like by activation, so as you can see, it's very fast actually. Here, just this symbol, it means they are now not even out of supply, but isolated, so they will lose strength points every turn, which is every day, which is not extremely interesting in this scenario because we are in the last day. Okay, I will try to capture this this part, but I should be able to trace a line here. I still have no clue how. We'll see that later. Or maybe it's a bit stupid to move first because this enemy unit can move. All right, so I may try to attack, for instance, this armor unit. That should be effective. Ah, retreat, another retreat. Okay, so now I can connect most of the things, but they can move as well. This is a weird move, however. Okay. I want to lock this tile, so I send this new unit that was in reinforcement. And I want to play with time, but now it's not always interesting. Now it's 0 minutes, so the turn was nothing actually. Here, okay, guys from the western part are joining the fight. Okay, so I can win if I reach Huy or Hervé, but at the same time, if I move this unit, he will immediately move this infantry to capture this tile. It's okay. Let's see what happens here exactly. We should win, as we should have won the last time, so we try again. Ah, that's it. 3 points, and there was only 4, even 4 hits. And I can break through with my panzers. Maybe I can just lock Malmedy. But is it really interesting? If I go there, maybe it becomes interesting or not, because I cannot attack actually. I can only move. So no, I think it's better to capture this this tile. That's it. I'm happy with this move. There is no fog of war, no. You see all of the counters. You can even see like the reinforcement system and on the calendar what's happening the next day. So most of the information are displayed to the player. Then of course it's hard to take decision. Also, like some draws are like completely changing your plans. Alright, here there's nothing I can do really. I can just try to capture this hexagon. It's not an hexagon, it's a tile before they move as well, but that's it. So okay, I just make some waiting moves. Alright, here yeah, they cannot do anything really interesting as well, so they are in a good defensive position. Because if I pass, they can pass as well, and the day is over, and I didn't get the victory. Because we need to reach the Meuse and to have this path entirely control. Okay, I will just make a move. I just try to have the last move actually, but it's a bit random. Ah, they are moving. That's interesting. Alright, so that's a weird move and a very good opportunity for me. I don't know if this one can... No, I should be able to move here. If we look at the supply, we have a clear vision of the road I've just traced from the Meuse to the eastern part. So I'm really happy with this like situation. And it's now the... Ah, I'm stupid. I didn't see this. Yeah, this tank division, and they just moved before the end. And of course, now we have the result, and that should be a draw, absolutely, because I've not been able to keep this tile till the end. But I secured bastions. So that's it. Okay, a draw is not a bad start for stream. Alright, so as I told you, it was like only half an hour or something for this scenario, which is the shortest one in the game. And playing in multiplayer is completely different as well. I can start, why not, a second scenario. I look at your messages at the same time. Why not trying the end game? It's very different. It's short as well, bit longer. I will play with the ally. And I can face one on these three generals, so my German is terrible. I will not try to pronounce them. I will keep the like the one already selected. Let's go and see this situation. So Axis is playing first, so AI is playing first. Right, they're moving some tanks. For the moment I don't really know if it's good or not, because I don't know where are my units. Okay. Alright, so we have some... now it's our turn. We have some, not reinforcement, that's interesting, we have replacement. It means that every day in the next 3 days we have some fresh units for already like division displayed on the map. So I can give 1 strength points to infantry and 1 strength points to armor. So we start with infantry, they are highlighted in blue. So you can see these squares, there is one which is empty. So this is the maximum strength for this division, so it's 4. And there are only 3 at the moment, so I can add 1. Okay. I can, for instance, give some points here because I fear they have big issue for this infantry. And for the tanks... Okay, I will use this one in Wildsalm. I'm happy with this choice, and I click on it. So the objective is different in this situation in comparison to the previous scenario. It's question of victory points as well, and we have to count it. So the goal is to prevent, that's the most important, the enemy crossing the Meuse. We have to defend key positions. If we look at the map just after, we'll see there are victory points displayed. And I have to manage to try at least to not have a lot of casualties and destroy a lot of enemy units. So Baston, for instance, you know, there is the 2 VP, so 2 victory points. And there are other important locations like Dinan, Marche, Verviers, for instance, which is very important. That's it. We can look at the calendar again. So we start on the 21st of December this time. The previous scenario it was 16. And you can see there are a lot of days coming, a lot of them. We have a lot of reinforcement for me as well, because I'm on the Allied side. The first day seems to be very hardcore, because I have very few units, but like on day number 2, that should be way easier. Okay, so we can look at the situation. There is something already very bad that was described in the scenario, is that Baston is completely surrounded. So, and my units there are already out of supply by default, so they cannot move. They cannot even attack. So maybe I should try to find a way to like create a path to send them some supplies. It's the same for these German guys here. Okay. Alright. Decisions here are very complicated because I'm in very bad situation by default. Retreating is important before I'm attacked. Here I have an advantage on this tile, which is rare. I think I will retreat some of my units. Here I cannot retreat because I'm already in a fight, and there is no friendly tile. Not really, it means there is an enemy here, so this prevents retreating. Fighting is not good at all, as you can see. Alright, so I will just retreat this unit here, for instance. I just want to like preserve my units until day number 2, when I will have some possibility to attack. Wow, this is very dangerous. Alright, I'm lucky this time. They made 2 hits, but as you can see they just hit the environment, so the city and the hoods, and my my units have not been injured. Okay, I can try maybe to connect it with this infantry unit. That's not good at all. At the same time, yeah, I will try to do that. So I'm trying as well to like encircle this tile so they cannot get applied next turn maybe. They can still move here, so it's not the best tactic ever made. What does the AI do? Okay, they take off. They attack again Bastogne. As the previous German units already attacked, they do not participate to this second attack, but my defenders did very well, and they have been hit, so I was not expecting such a very good result. Here I can maybe move with my armor unit. Alright, and secure 3 ponts. So this means that now this is open. That's true. But I will get reinforced like at the end of the day, so it's a bet I want to have. Alright, I commit to this. Ah, they activate this tile specifically. Oh, they want to fight. That's very bad, because we are in an open terrain, so probably they will have very good hits. For me as well. 1, 2... Oof, retreat. But yeah, my infantry, it is an elite one. I managed to make a lot of casualties, so congrats. Here, I want to flee with this guy as well. I can do it. This is a very slow day. I play only 0 minutes per turn. So this is again the advantage of probably the Axis units, because they have this initiative on the day 1. Can we do something intelligent? The problem here is that it's open terrain, so I'm not well protected when I have to defend tiles, so it's complicated. Here I can join Bastogne with this this tank. I think it's stupid. We can check it. Yeah, because they can all counterattack. The odds are simply horrible. So I will not do that. Not at all. I can, however, try to kill this unit and then make these 2 retreat to Vielsa. We will try that. The odds are quite good. Not perfect, but still. Okay, 1. Ah, I wanted to. I just have 1. 0 minutes again. It's the longest day is actually in the Ardennes. Alright. That's an interesting move as well. I wish I could cut them actually, because they just moved here. So if I go north, now they should be red as well. Yes! Ah, that's interesting. We'll see if this has consequences on day 2. They can as well like try to connect the units anyway. Okay, they bring some fresh units from the eastern part of the map. Here I cannot do anything except fighting, and I don't want to do that, that's for sure. I cannot retreat, so I'm a bit stuck. Here, however, I can protect Verviers, which is a very important place, 2 victory points, so I do it. Hello, Strawberry. Okay, German activate this style. Just make one move, and now they have 3 units in the same time, so they can have like interesting combined operation. Not at this turn, but maybe next turn. Here, if can I attack here? I don't think it's. They are located in the wood, so they are protected. No, doesn't look interesting. I don't have a lot of units anyway that can move. Liège there. For me, it's interesting that they stay here. Can we check if we have some guys coming to Liège? Yes, there is an infantry unit coming, so maybe we can just advance one tile to really like defend Uffet well. Alright, so they move against some tanks. And they cannot go through the forest here, which is very good. Honestly, I can only move this unit now, because here I want to stay here, I think. It's I don't want to give this tile to the German army, or they will be able to connect all of the units and get this supply line. So I can try this stupid move maybe here, just to show that I'm not afraid of them. No. Here it doesn't look interesting. Okay. I will be reasonable and pass. So I activate no tiles. If the enemy passes well, the day is over automatically. Okay, that's interesting. They left this tile, so maybe I can retreat now, yes, which is very good. I can so preserve some of my units. I was not expecting such a gift from the enemy. Wow, they are bringing some tanks in the front line, and I don't like that at all. It means day 2 will be probably dead. Fool. There's nothing I can do, honestly. Now my units are, all of them have been activated or almost, so I pass. I simply pass. And I give the initiative to the Germans. This, I don't know what they want to do with it, but it sounds very bad. They really make some big groups at the moment. Looks like they are planning something big on day 2. And day 1 is almost over. So reading a bit the chat as well at the same time, because I have nothing interesting to do. Ah, it's not over, right? You see, it's like maybe they have like one last turn, one last activation, sorry. That could make difference sometime. And that's it. Dusk. The war is stopped for 1 day. And we have reinforcement. Okay. They move first again, because Germany moved first at this part of the operation. But it doesn't do well, honestly, huh? Bastogne is a stronghold. Very well done, guys. I can reinforce 2 infantry this turn. So in Bastogne, yes. And the other one, maybe I want these guys. Yes. Note there is also a specific rule here, starting on December 21, about fuel checks for the Germans, because they were lacking some fuel. So the game simulates this this thing. So randomly there is one unit from Germany, either tanks, either mechanized units that is blocked, simply. Like they are out of supply by default. In this case it was like the first SS Panzer division in Spa. I'm not sure if I know where Spa is, but I can probably spot it quite easily. Yes, here actually. This is the first SS Panzer division, and there is the out of supply symbol, even if this is connected to the German headquarters. Here there is a lot of problems for them because they are out of supply. Here they cannot move, and here there is an isolated unit. So maybe we can. I'm not sure attacking it honestly if they have. Yeah, this is very good. See, when they're isolated, that's interesting. You can have a good example. They have like 3 strength points, and if I just move one unit, we can see that it's displayed 0. It simply means they cannot defend in this position. So maybe if I cannot send the 2 of them because there is a river or a bridge, and I can only send 1. But that could be interesting. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure. We do it just for fun. 1, 2, yes. Do it! That's very cool. Okay. But some of their units are going very well, so I have to be cautious. I blocked most of their units on the west part, and they can't move here. So I have to protect this this line I created. Here they have a huge group. So maybe the best is that I retreat some of my units. Maybe it's even better to use this 7-arm tank division and bring the 2 others in Ufalis. That's it. I create a wall. They will not be able to break through. This is the new battle of the Bulge, absolutely. So the AI is a bit different from the original game. Actually, it has been revamped, and the focus was made on the multiplayer system, of course. All right. It's a brand teaser sometime. What can they do? I can move some of my units there. Maybe reinforce this part, which is very important. They cannot really move at the moment, so it's probably the right opportunity to protect the victory locations. Clearly the AI here is trying to find the weakness in the defenses, but I'm afraid, guys, that there is no weakness. Okay, I can move there. I could send this elite armor division to Baston, but that would be stupid probably because I will have to fight as an attacker, and as you can see, the odds are very bad. So I don't want to do that. Here, however, if I attack this out of supply unit, it's not bad. It's not awesome, it's not bad. Okay, we can do that. And I can bring some infantry units to Martelange. We'll have some reinforcement maybe the day after in Liège, in Arlon, okay. But they get some new panzers as well, huh? So you have to be cautious. Alright, is one hit only? It's not very good. I had better expectations. Okay. Alright. I just advanced some of my units there. What can I do really intelligent? Yeah, they are still in a bad position in this part of the map. Here I don't know, maybe Verviers is not well protected enough, because this is supposed to be able to move. It was very lucky that it was the victim of the fuel issue rule. I can bring it here and keep these guys in the forest. I like to have them here because they really make a screen to the enemy, and that's why they try to go through the border, but they don't attack because the odds are against them. Here I can try to attack, for instance. I think it would be stupid. We can check. It's not that horrible. It's not good, but yeah, it's very likely I eat them, and I have few casualties. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea, however, because trois ponts is really important in terms of tactic. So I can simply maybe pass. I can also activate the tile and doing nothing. It could be interesting sometimes you don't want to pass. Here maybe I can attack again this... no. Alright, I will pass because... I know I'm stupid, I still have some units on the western part to move. Don't hesitate if you have questions, guys. I'm looking at the chat from time to time. No, I don't want to send it to Namur. Not at all, even. Okay. I feel they are not comfortable with the situation. They don't want to move this huge stack here. So I just pass. What do you do, guys? They passed as well. That's interesting because here they have a lot of units, but there are a lot of bridges against at the same time, so they cannot send all of them to attack me. Alright, I have 1 infantry, 1 armor replacement, which is very good. Maybe here it's good to have this completely set up, and here. And we got some reinforcement at the south and the north. So you see these troops cannot just cross the moors. Only the green ones are able to go through the map. These ones are really there for defensive reasons. So maybe like leaving Namur was a bit stupid, but it's okay. So they are also out of supply here. More than that, they are even like isolated. And there was a isolated unit here, if you remember well. This unit is dead, actually, simply because there was only 1 point, and there was in contact with my units, so they lost 1 strength point by default for isolation. So it was removed from the map. So that's very dangerous to have some of your units that break through on part of the map and that you cannot connect them. Then it's a huge problem. So being offensive is important, but you cannot attack like that all the time. What happens if I do that? Probably it's good. I will try. 1, 2 hits only, so I kill 1 unit and the other is damaged. Here, however, it's not good. They were able to go through. Okay, so they reach the moors, but I can cut this line very easily, so yeah, I can do that. And here I have a very good division. The situation is a bit of deadlock now, so they move a lot. They try to find the breach. Here I'm sure to kill it, which is good. Maybe there is better to play it first. No, why not? And free it, and they are dead. And they can break through again. Okay, we'll put them in backup there. Hey, they got some new tanks as well, so maybe what's happening after is more complicated actually. No, it's again some reinforcement for me, but in the 25th, however, they get 3 infantry units coming on the map. That could be interesting. We have a lot of counters at the moment. It's way more complicated than the first game we played. I don't want to move a lot, to be honest. Can bring some fresh blood here, but no, I don't want to do that. Can capture the forest, however. So they are really concentrated on this part of the map and have very few move possibility. I really try to block them. In the end, it's like the allied tactics in this operation. There is no reason I attack at the moment, to be honest. I can maybe send some tanks here to finish this unit. No, I don't see the point. I said these guys can move, and they can certainly move. I can put them here in Spa, which is interesting, and then I will just move this part in Liège to protect it. Okay. This German general doesn't take a lot of risk. So I protect Liège as I mentioned. And there are very few opportunities now. Okay. Can I leave Bastogne? Yeah, but that would be stupid, right? I can just pass in this situation, to be honest. Wow, they are sending some armor in this part. Maybe they want to attack this tile next day. That will make sense with these 3 units, because you know, the frontier is clear here. There is no river, so they can bring all of the 3 units in Eupen. And I'm not sure I can protect this part. I'm a bit weak in Verviers, to be honest. Okay, this is just to move a bit. They completely changed their plan at the moment. It's interesting. They try to confuse me. Alright, I have again two infantry to replace. It's very good. In terms of reinforcement, we got some extra armor units in Liège. So this is well defended now. I can reinforce here because I think they will attack. And I can reinforce this unit as well. Fuel checks. 2 panzer divisions in Bastogne are not able to move. Okay, but It's not a big problem in this scenario. So I think time is flying. I will probably just kill this enemy tank. He has 1 strength point, as you can see, so it's not a complicated attack, but it proved to be successful. They can as well replace some of their units actually, so okay, they are sending back some people here. And if we have a look just at the scores, it's in briefing. Sorry, victory points. For the moment, I'm leading, to be honest. They have Saint-Vive, which is here. It's in the under the German control. It brings 1 victory point every day. However, they have a lot of casualties, and that's the only part they control. So that's very bad. They didn't even manage to kill one of my unit actually. So for the moment, it's -12 for the enemy victory points, which is very good. So it's in my direction. You can see like the American star on the left and the German cross on the right. Okay, I think I will just stop here because this operation is very long. As you can see, if we look at the calendar, it's only the 24th of December and we should go to 28, so it will take a lot of time. Will the other Crisis in Command be ported on PC? Yes, absolutely. There are the 2 orders coming, but not only that, because there is also like Gettysburg that is in development at the moment with another team. And there are also some non-disclosed projects from Shenandoah. So yeah, a lot is coming actually in the next month and years for Shenandoah on PC, but also on other platforms. So that's very good news, I think. It was a bit pity that it was exclusive to iPad. Okay, guys, thanks for having watched the stream. I will go to the main menu and see you next week probably for another stream with another game. We'll see what we will stream. It's not set in the stone yet. So thank you for watching and have a good day or evening depending on your time zone. Bye bye.